So I'm doing attempt number 2 and hoping this works out. Before it crashed last time, I was wanting to hand feed the geese the last little bit of corn I had. I was wanting to give them a little pond. So here I have some corn now. I'm just going to hand feed Goo here. Goo's the best girl. The rest of the ducks and geese will eat a little bit of corn, but I like to feed Goo. She's the most special one. Come on, that little nugget there. Okay. Oh, no, she keeps trying to go straight for the container. No, you can't eat the corn straight out of the container. That's no fair. You're not saving any for the rest of them. Here's a few more little frosty pieces. Hopefully whatever died with the stream is not on my end. Hopefully it's not on YouTube's end or my end. Hopefully this stream will not be dead. But here's Goo. She's a very special girl. I'm gonna pick her up and show you off what a goose is. A goose, you see here, they're big, they're fluffy, nice beak on them. They got these great little stompers here for kicking. They love to kick with those feet, and those feet are very sharp. They will definitely hurt you if you're not careful. So that's why I wear this nice thick coat. Oh my gosh, right in the ear. My goodness, these things, they're very loud quackers, but I wear this thick coat because you can see the nails. You can dig your claws right into my coat, and it does not hurt me at all, because if it did hurt me, it would be very painful because they are very sharp. But that's her done. I'll put her down now because I need to water the geese. It's very cold outside. There's snow all over the ground. And so the geese don't really like being outside right now. You can see them all over there. They're loafing. They just sort of suck in their feet and sit on the ground like that. Oh, even holding my tripod. My metal tripod hurts to hold right now. But there are all the geese. You can see they're all happily over there. But me, I need to fill up their pond because, as I was saying earlier in the last stream before it died, I need to make sure their pond's full because they need to be able to dip their beaks in. They need to be able to clean themselves because when it's really cold and they can't do that, it's not good for their health. So I need to do this to make sure they can stay healthy. So I have these 2 buckets half filled up. Here's 1 bucket of water. And then oh, it's frozen to the ground. There you go. Here's 2nd bucket of water. Now my pond also is not sitting on flat ground right now. Usually I like to make sure that oh my goodness, it's very unstable here. Usually I like to make sure my pond is sitting on flat ground. Oh, but it can't sit on flat ground right now because it's sitting on like 4 inches of snow, which is like, how much is 4 inches? It's like over 10 centimeters of snow, I think. No, that doesn't sound right. I don't know, something like that. It's like, it's a lot of snow right now. So pond's full of water. Hopefully it works. Now it's time to feed the geese. It's time to evict the geese. I got to kick them out so they can go out here and enjoy. Oh. Careful, I got to be careful out here. This is pure ice, see that? Slippery ice. You slip on that, you fall. You could definitely hurt yourself. You don't want to do that. Here, the geese. Come on, geese. Come on, geese. Come on, geese. There you go. It's the march of the geese and ducks. Come on, ducks. Everybody out. Now here you can see all the geese marching up to the house. Oh, there you can see. First one in is Goo. My goodness. Is that Goo? I can't tell if that's Goo. I don't know. You can see now the ducks. Some of them don't get that far. Some of them just get, like, you can see they get stuck in the snowbank here. They can't reach the water. They want to. They just can't. It's too cold for them to want to go that far. But now they can go in the water and they can finally dip their beaks in. So there we have the lighter goose in the pond is Goo. The darker goose is Squishy. Squishy is the male, one of the 2 males. And then one of the other girls goes in. I'm not sure who those other girls are. But it's nice to see the geese getting into the pond, finally being able to wash themselves, being able to clean themselves up. Because they don't get very smelly, but they make everything else smelly. So it's nice for them to be able to get themselves cleaned, like especially because, like, as I said, they need to clean their nostrils. But more than the geese, I really want the ducks to be able to go for a swim in the pond. And as you can see here, the ducks definitely are like, they don't like the cold weather. I just need to get them into the pond so they can bathe and then get back out of the pond and go back to dry off again. Because, like, that is, you can see that duck there who's sitting on the outside of the pond right now. She's just gone flat, Poor thing. Oh, and then you can see the geese are breeding again, as they do. They bite. You can see like that. They bite on the necks. They're really dodgy. They're dodgy little guys. Yeah. Ducks here, not happy. There's geese further over there who are just sort of watching and making noise. They're not happy about it either. Oop, let me zoom out again. And yeah, so these geese are... Oh, thanks for the gift, Buggy Farms. Thank you so much. It does the little dancing dog. Does that show up for everyone else? You sent a dancing... I don't even know what that is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've never got one of those before. I just turned on that feature yesterday. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for, it doesn't even, oh, there goes the ducks. The ducks have finally realized that. Thank you so much for the torch. I don't know what these are. Thank you for it. And how do I, thank you so much for the torch. I feel like one of those TikTok NPC streamers when I say, thank you for the torch. Torch, so good, yum, yum. That's not me. But there you go, we finally, thank you for that, medal. Is that metal? I don't even know where that is. It showed up for a second, didn't even pop up on the screen, wow. Oh, I know, it actually says bronze medal. Thank you so much for the bronze medal. Oh, it's a mystery gift, I see. MP player, you were crying because of how casually they're stuck. It is so funny, and you can see, like, with my, I'm sorry, my hands are, my hands are shaking out here. It is still quite cold, so sorry my camera's not being better. My hands are very cold. Also, I'm sitting inside the coop here because it's a bit of wind shelter. It is a bit windy outside, and that's why I'm not moving. That's why I'm not getting closer. Also, the ducks don't like me being, they don't like being near me, so that's another reason why I'm over here, is because when I'm out of the way, they can swim and they can splash around without getting upset by me. Thank you, Buggy, for the poutine. Oh, I love poutine. Poutine is one of my favorite foods in Canada. It's like, it's very Canadian, even though I don't think it originates in Canada. I don't know if it's Canadian, like, in origin or not, but it's a very stereotypically Canadian food. It's really good. Oh, I think Nia's wanting to breed the pecan over there. You can see how he's like, they like bow their necks down. When they start doing that and edging their way towards one of the other geese, you can tell, oh, no, he's trying to do something funky. A little funky guy. Can't do that. That's a duck. Oh, I don't know. I think he's trying to breed one of the other ducks in. And then there's poor Pancake here. He's standing on one leg. He wants to swim, but he can't swim. As long as there are geese in the pond, he doesn't want to go in there because the male geese attack my male duck. They just sort of attack on him. They pick on him because they don't like competition and because they treat him like a male goose, but he's also like, a quarter or whatever the weight of them. He's very small, so he can't really defend himself properly. And then you have girls like this one. I don't remember what her name is. I'm not sure, but she's just relaxing. Like, you have some of the ducks like that. It's just so cute. Like, the tiny ducks, they fall into the snow. The snow is higher than they are, so they just sit there. It's so silly. They're such silly little guys. But yeah, I'm trying to show off the ducks because the ducks are very cute when they swim. So I want to show off the ducks swimming, but I also don't want to, like, show off the ducks breeding too much because that's a bit obscene. Hello, Tibor Barra. Greetings. Thank you. I'm happy you appreciate the geese. Hello, Rihanna02. Welcome, man. Welcome back. And hello, Buggy Farms. You said hi. You said hi after you sent all the gifts. Thank you so much. Oh, there goes Goo out of the pond. You can see her just sort of waddling over to eat a little bit of snow because they like drink. Oh, I know. Oh, I see. It's a container of corn. She found my secret corn stash. Oh, and then there's Nia there breeding, I think, yep, he's breeding one of the ducks. Oh, and then there comes in Pancake. Pancake's upset because he's breeding one of his ducks. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I can't show that. He's with... It's so hard to record them being wholesome. They're just not wholesome. Erica Lee, feel free to ask your question. You don't have to ask for permission to ask a question. Just go ahead and ask your question. I always say this. If you ask a question and it's like off topic or it's like really weird or whatever, the mods will delete it. But if it's just a normal question, you can just go ahead and ask it. There's no issue with that. Hello, Deborah Julian. Julian? I think it's Julian. Sorry, I don't know why I pronounce it so weird. Okay, let me see there. Okay, there you go. Big Goose. Nia with all his breeding done goes over there to go swim. Yeah, look at that. He's swimming in the snowbank. Sorry, the camera's so shaky. I'm really zoomed in. Look, he's swimming in the snowbank. He still wants to swim, and he got out of the pond, so now he's just dancing. So that's funny. But over here, the ducks finally have dominion over their own pond, and they can swim without any geese causing them trouble. So the fawn and white duck there is Pancake. The fully brown one is Wendy. The two white ones, I think they're, what are their names? Oh, I don't say their names enough. The two white ones are, dang it. I can't remember. It's Callie and Cloud. The two white ones are Callie and Cloud. And then that last girl over there in the corner who you can barely see, she's hiding behind the pond, that's Harley. Harley, because she's a Harley Quinn duck. And now the really funny thing about ducks, you can see how Pancake is jumping on top of one of them to breed there. They all jump on top of each other. Like, ducks are the, little Like they're the most like they're the craziest breeders out of all the birds I own. Like they all breed each other. The males breed the females breed the males. They're just weird. Not saying that's like a not saying that like being gay is weird or whatever. I'm just saying ducks is very weird how they choose to do it. Uh Erica Lee, your question was your chicken is healthy, but her comb is purple and you don't know what it is. Okay, okay. A purple comb is not a good sign. A purple comb, when chickens, their comb, like their comb, you see also the wattles and the comb, both of those are the same thing. Oh, Buggy Farms, you've been a member for 7 months. Wow, congratulations. Not congratulations. Sorry, I'm a bit cold. I'm sorry if I'm not being very coherent. Thank you. That's not a congratulations. It's not like is that a congratulations? I don't know. I think thank you is very good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness, my hands are cold. Oh. My goodness, I'm cold. I can't think straight. Dear. Your chicken is healthy, but its comb is purple. A chicken, when their comb is purple, that is a bad sign because, like, the chicken's comb shows how healthy it is. So a bright red comb is really good because when it's bright red, it means that they're, like, healthy, good blood flow, everything like that. If it's a pale comb, it means your chicken might be anemic or not eating enough or starving. And a purple comb means the blood isn't being properly oxygenated. So a purple comb could mean potential heart problems, or it could be stress, or it could be, like, frostbite can cause their comb to go purple. So if your hen is completely healthy but with a purple comb, that doesn't necessarily mean anything's wrong. Your hen could be perfectly fine, but it does mean you want to keep an eye on them, just make sure nothing gets worse. Because I've had a few hens where sometimes their combs go purple or their combs go pale. A pale comb is much more common than a purple comb, but still, it's not necessarily a sign that anything is wrong, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Like there are some things that are immediate signs that things are bad. That is just like, it is what it is. You just got to sort of keep an eye on it, make sure it's not too bad. There are the ducks in the pond. Look how fluffy they get. I love when they do that, when they fluff up their neck. Sorry, also when zooming in, it really ruins the quality. My camera's a 5x zoom lens. I wish I could use that. Like, I wish I could actually select specifically for the 5x zoom lens, but I can't. It only has the 1x lens and then just crops it down horribly, so you lose all that stuff. There you go. Pancake jumps out. Happy little pancake, and then the other ducks are swimming in their pond. Let me check on the geese. So the geese still doing their stuff? Yeah, the geese are still doing their stuff over there. Goose nibbling her feathers. They're all like, actually basically all of them are nibbling their feathers, because that's the big thing about when they've had a pond. Inside they don't groom very much, but once they're outside and they've got, oh, look at that when they flap their wings like that, so majestic. That's Emmy, is the Emden goose, the big white goose. I love her. She's so majestic. She doesn't like me though, so I need to one day make her friendly, but for now, at least, I can just admire her from afar and be like, wow, that is my goose. I have the exact same goose experience as going to the public park and looking at other, like, random wild geese. But I can at least say, I own that. That's mine. And here you can see the ducks are in the pond again. Anyways, that's enough just standing back. I got to put my phone down for a second. My goodness, my hands are freezing. Oh, yeah. You can see the fog on my breath. Can you see that on camera? Yeah, you can see the fog. It's a bit cold. I can't let the chickens out yet, but once I do my second lot of feeding of the medication for the chickens, then I can actually let out I can let them out. So I think the chickens probably won't want to go outside, but it'll be nice for them to have that option, Like, it's always good when if your animals, if you can give them more space, that is for the best. My goodness, it's cold. I need to get my phone back in the tripod so I don't have to keep holding it. And then I can sit up with the tripod by the geese and then give them a little bit of that last little bit of corn. There's not much corn left, but there's enough they can get the few pieces and just, throw a little bit out for them. Ooh, it's chilly. Erica, it's not cold there. It could be a bit of stress from malting. Oh yeah, that is actually a big thing. If they're currently malting, when they molt, they drop all their old feathers and regrow new feathers. And those new feathers are called blood feathers because they have a lot of blood in them. So when they do regrow new feathers, it is a lot of stress on the animal. It can also make them, how I said, like a purple comb could be caused by like a bunch of other stuff. Malting could definitely cause it. If they're malting and having a particularly stressful molt, their comb might go purple from like not getting enough blood flow because their blood's going to all the feathers. I'm not really sure. I haven't experienced that one personally, but I have experienced them having purple combs from bad things in the past and then having it like heal on its own after a time. Or not bad things, from stressful things. So stress definitely could cause that. Just as long as, like, the most important thing with chicken, as long as they're eating properly, drinking properly, they're still a healthy weight, and they can still roost. Like, if your chicken still roosts, like, if you pick up a chicken, you know, like, when you pick up a chicken and you tilt it side to side, where it's, like, tail feather moves up and down like that for balance, and their legs, like, their legs kick or whatever, like, as long as they still have those good reflexes, like the wing reflexes, tail reflexes, balance, as that eating and drinking, everything like that, and they're not getting picked on by the other hens, all that sort of stuff combined together is what's really important. Thank you so much, Buggy Farms, for the donut holes. That image it sent up wasn't of donut holes. Those were like full-size donuts. I don't believe those are holes. I think YouTube's pulling a fib over you. Thank you for the donut holes. I'm still not really sure how I'm supposed to respond for these gifts, because I know, like, for super chats it's like a actual, like, a little thing of money that's in, whereas this is just rubies. So, like, I see it and I really appreciate it, because I know that is, like, supporting me, and I do really appreciate it. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be reacting to this. I've never had it happen before, but it is exciting, and I am really appreciative. Oh no, the ducks have left the pond. Oh, I was sitting here yapping so much I didn't capture the ducks popping out of the pond. Look at that, empty pond with only a single pecan over there, and then everyone else is over there in a giant pile together. Like, that's like I'm very thankful for that. My geese and ducks get along really well when they're not breeding. Like, the ducks and geese live together. They're all happy being together. They like to huddle together for warmth. The ducks mostly keep with the ducks, and the geese mostly keep with the ducks, but they can be together. The only problem is when they're breeding, as I said. If the male goose is breeding and the male duck is breeding, the male goose will start attacking the male duck because he sees them as competition. And then also the male geese tries to breed the female ducks and can injure them. So I definitely don't want that happening. But again, when they're not being like that, they're very good together. Oh no, she was walking over and she's got stuck. She took a few steps and now she's getting cold feet. She's sunk into the snow and she's like, nope, that's as far as she can go. Come on, girl, you can do it. They're just over there. Just a little bit more. Just a little. All you gotta do is walk a little bit further. Oh, poor little girl. It's your boy Trev. They're having a blast. Oh yeah, the ducks absolutely love when they have a pond. Like, it's awesome. The ducks' absolute most favorite time of the year is summertime during a rainstorm. Like, when it's raining really heavily, they can jump in the pond, swim the pond, and then they jump out of the pond, and the outside is also a pond. Like, they jump from a pond into another pond. They slurp all the mud. They turn everything into filth, into like sludge and slop. That's their absolute most favorite time of the year. And Erica Lee, you said chickens and ducks can't actually feel cold, which is really clever. No, chickens and ducks do feel cold. That I don't know where you're getting that from. They might not feel cold in the same way that humans do, but they can feel cold. I have no clue where you're getting that from. I do know with ducks, they reduce the blood flow to their feet, so their feet can get a lot colder without getting frostbitten, without getting, like, damage. They just, like, don't pump as much warm blood into it, so they don't freeze from having cold feet. But they still do feel cold, and that's why they, like, when they're sitting down, that's why they suck their feet inside their fluff. Like, if I show you the ducks, like, you can see, like, that duck over there, you can see a lot of the ducks are standing on one feet. The reason why they stand on only a single foot is because they can tell the ground is really cold and they don't want to get frostbite. So yeah, you can see she puts down her second foot. And that's also another one of the reasons why they like to sit in the water, is because outside they're, like, cold, but in the water it's warm. Like, the water is warm water, so they can sit on it. Because you gotta remember, the snow is below freezing, but the water is above freezing. So sitting in the water makes them stay a little bit warmer. Chickens and ducks, they get frostbite. They get frostbite when it's too cold, but it's usually not because they can't feel the cold. It's because they can't really do much about it. Because obviously, like, a chicken can't put on a hat. You know, they can't put up their hood to keep themselves warm in the winters. So that's why, like, as people, it's our jobs to, like, make sure that they are properly taken care of. Hi, Sackerskmo, greetings. Remember you from last time? It has your handles on instead of your usernames. I don't necessarily recognize your handle. It's possible if I knew your username, I'd recognize you, but it also depends how long ago you were in the streams. I'm not sure. Kiri, do I like Pepper? Pepper the animal or Pepper the plant? I like eating pepper. I like eating, I'm not that white. I don't only use salt and pepper on my food. I do like a lot of other spices as well, like jalapeno flakes, garlic, chili, onion powder. I also use like a little bit of basil and thyme and other sort of herbs like that. Like it's definitely very Western spices. Like I'm not using Asian spices or anything like that. I definitely have a very Western spice tolerance, but I do like a lot of different spices. I know that's completely unrelated to what you're asking. That's my rant. It's cold. I gotta go outside again. Oh, it's windy. Oh, let me zoom out. I gotta show you the ducks on the pond. And look at that. Look how filthy that pond is. They've only been swimming on a little bit. Look at all those feathers that came out. That's why your ducks need a pond, because all those feathers were stuck on them. And now that they've had a chance to bath, they can get those. Like that's why they're preening after they had a chance to bath, because they wet the feathers. They can pluck out their old feathers. They're like bad feathers. Clean themselves up, poop in the water. Get their butts all clean. Like that's why your ducks need water, so they can clean themselves up like that nicely. But here's my little container of corn. Let me just get that unfrozen. And oh, that's cold. I'm gonna have to put my phone back in the tripod. It was nice being in my shelter, but I have to go back out, go back into the ice box again. Oh, there's too much wind out today. You can't even see my the fog on my breath. Oh no, all the corn inside's frozen solid. Oh, and this is covered in snow as well. There you go. Got the container on just so I don't lose the container. I'm gonna give a little bit of corn to all the chickens. MP player, ducks and geese both have really, really sharp claws. If I got an inflatable pool, they would burst it on day one. You can get other like flexible pools, but not inflatable pools, like those inflatable pools. Also, the inflatable pools, you need to constantly have air in them. And when it gets really cold, the air gets denser, and so your pool deflates and pours out all its water. Like inflatable pools really only work for like backyard pools in the summer. Like you could use it for the geese. It would just be like it'd break after a really short amount of time. But here, let me get this ready and get the corn and walk over here and say, goose, goo, goo, goose, 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 goo, 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 goo. Come on, goo. Come on, goo. There you go. Come on, goo, goo, goo. Over here, goo. Goo. I need goo. No, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Come on, goo, goo. Back here. You pooped at me as you left. How the disrespect, I swear. Goo, goo, goo. Come on, goo. No, she's leaving me. Goo. Come on, goo. No, she wants to be in the pond. I gotta go back again and say, oh, look at that, the disrespect. Walking away from me and then walking straight into the hot tub. Wow, I expected better from you. Goo, goo, corn, watch the corn, goo, goo, corn, goo. I can just throw some at her. There you go. You gonna eat that? There you go. I think she's eating, yeah, she's eating the little pieces. So I can get some corn and go, whoop. Chuck some at her. And you can tell she's cold because when she sits in the pond, she just sits with her feet flat on the bottom. So she like loafs, like, because you can see how like the ducks over there, they like to loaf on the snow to keep themselves warm. Like you can see they're like, yeah, it's kind of funny. They're marching and then they get cold and they sit down exactly where they were and just say, that's far enough. Yeah, Goo does the same. It's also because it's shallow water, so she wants to sit to make sure her feet are all covered and to get as much water on her as possible. Hello, Dr. Fu. Welcome. Good to see you here, man. Oh yeah, MP player. All the ducks and geese and chickens, none of them have any respect. It is a very human concept. They look at me and say, nah, not a fan. I get a piece of corn and go, whoop. Throw a corner. Oh, she can't even see it. Can you rotate around, Goose? I'm not just looking at your butt. Whoop. Whoop. She can't even see the corn. Oh, my goodness. Hopefully someone finds it before it all freezes. Whoop. Nope. Nothing. How about y'all ducks and geese? Do you want some corn? If I throw a piece at you. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. They're eating it. And just get a few more pieces. A few more right there. Gotta get on camera and say, whoop. Oh, yep, there you go. They can eat it. I don't know if they can even get most of it. Probably most of it fell into the snow and has been lost forever. But they are getting it. Eat up dogs or geese or whatever. Oh my goodness, yeah. My hands are cold. I gotta resort to this. You remember when you've done this in like, when you were a young kiddo where you just put your sleeves down over top of your hands? I can still got the fingers in there, but I have the sleeves down so I don't get frostbite. Goose, stop pointing your butt at me and eat some corn. Let me make sure I can sneak in the camera. and say, Goose, 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 come on, Goose, eat the corn. I have food here. Don't poop at the camera. Eat. Come on, eat. Come on. Eat. 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 There you go. Eat. No. Still more. Eat. There you go. Oh my goodness. Such finicky. And look at that. The absolute disrespect. She immediately goes back to bathing. Look at that loaf. What a precious goose loaf. It is so funny how they do the thing where, you know, like because the water is short, so they like naturally geese love to flip over on their backs and everything like that. But because the water is like so shallow, because there wasn't much water to begin with, and then what was there, they splashed out a bunch of it. She just slaps her face down on the ground and then flaps her wings like that, trying to get her wings wet. Like, look at her. Look how happy she is. It brings me an immense amount. Oh, Buggy Farm had to leave. Goodbye, Buggy Farm. Have a good one. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully you enjoyed the geese while they were here. Oh my goodness, my hands are so cold. There you go. Now she's looking towards me. Look at that. Look how happy she is. Big slappy goose. What a majestic creature. And they do that sort of slap. I really would love if I could get like in the summertime, if I get like a really deep pond or something, because I want a pond one day where they can actually like swim without their feet touching the bottom. Like that would be really nice. You know, it's not very easy to do, but it would be really nice to have happen, because like I just look at her and see how much joy she gets from this, like, you know, really shallow puddle. Imagine how much joy she'd get from like an actual pond with water in it. Here, I'm just gonna put the buckets, I'm gonna stack up my buckets and everything while I'm waiting. Oh, no. Oh, all the ducks are migrating away. Oh no, I spooked the ducks, they're all leaving. Yep, there they go. All of them going away again. Wow. And look, they go immediately to loafing inside their coals. They suck their feet in. No, oh no. I think I'm startling her. Is she gonna leave? Oh. No, don't leave. The water's so nice. I can't tell if she's leaving or not. Goo. Oh, yeah, look at those beautiful feathers. She has really nice wing feathers and really nice tail feathers. They're not as nice now because they get worse in the wintertime when they're not able to bathe. But after they've been able to bathe every single day for like a week straight, they get the most beautiful feathers. Like she has a really, like, look at those big wings. I wonder, yeah, look at those great wings. Oh. And the ducks are slowly migrating back out again. You can see a bunch of them are here now. Coming over. Oh, and coming over just to loaf in the snow again. Erica, how cold is it here? It is not super cold. Like it was, in Celsius, it was like, it ranges, like currently the current weather ranges between -30 Celsius and -10 Celsius, which is all well below freezing. It's cold enough that if, like, when it's -30, your goose can only survive outside for like maybe 15-20 minutes before it gets frostbite, so that's why they have to live inside. Right now it's only -10, meaning it's a lot easier for them to tolerate it. Oh, there goes Goo. I accidentally missed her getting out of the pond. Now she's going back inside. Look at look at them all there. How precious. How precious. But yeah, I'm gonna leave them alone now so they can continue swimming and playing around. I'm going to leave them alone. I'm going to go back to the chickens and just show off the chickens real quick before I call it quits for the day. I'm sad my first stream I was doing that had like 80 concurrent viewers died. Just randomly, YouTube just ended it. I don't know why, but this was a good follow-up stream. I think my first one was like half an hour. This one was also half an hour. First one was half an hour of feeding medication to the chickens. You know, high intensity medication. And then this one was more relaxed goose moments. Live goose moments. But yeah, I'm going to show off the chickens just to everyone so everyone can get a good look at the chickens. Actually, I think is my front camera zoomed in? No, it's not. Okay. But here we have you. Hello, Lucy. I think you're Lucy. Yeah, Lucy. Here's little Lucy. Sitting on an egg. Nothing. Here's one of the barred rocks. What's your band? Oh, sitting on 2 eggs. It's nice. Those lovely eggs. Oh, she's making... Oh, look at her pecking at me. Oh, you don't like me intruding in your nest, girl. She gives me tiny little pecks. Like, they're actually, like, they hurt. Like, Peanut is too small to hurt. This girl can hurt, but she's not being aggressive. Like, she's being defensive right now, but not aggressive. She's not trying to hurt me. She's just trying to tell me to, like, move out of the way. When a chicken wants to hurt... Ow, look at that. She was trying to eat my finger. That actually did hurt. You can see it left a little mark on my finger. Come on, girl. What are you doing, girl? I guess she's laying an egg. I'm the intruder. I will leave you be. Goodbye. Adorable. I don't know which one, which name that girl has, but yeah. Ah, dear. MP player, yeah, the geese are like the little teapots. That's what they do. They like loaf down and they get their necks and like curve them around to put their heads underneath their wings to stay warm. Erica Lee, an old bathtub would probably work really well for a goose pond. The only problem with it is I'd have to bury it, and then if it's buried, it'd be really, really hard to empty out. Like, that's a big thing with geese. Geese poop a lot, so whatever sort of bath pond, everything you do for them, you need to make sure you can empty it easily, because if you can't empty it easily, it's going to become really gross, and then it's going to become, like, you know, unsafe for them to swim in. Look at Houdini, big Houdini over here. I'd pick him up, but he doesn't like being held. But you, on the other hand, you, come here. Hello, chicken. Which one are you? I think are you Twix? No, you're Ori. Ori with the big head. It's very bad contrast between her and the back wall. I'm assuming she probably, like on the live stream, if you're watching in the live stream, it's a little bit more lower quality where you're watching it with your internet or maybe like the YouTube compression or whatever. She probably looks like you know, just a floating head with no background behind her. Hello, Ori. Erica Lee, so cold in England, it's like plus 17. Oh, lovely. Plus 17 is nice. Plus 17 is like really nice. I know England never really gets that cold, but it also never really gets that hot either. It's always like in a really moderate temperature. Whereas where I live, it gets, in the summertime, the hottest it gets is plus 30 Celsius. And in the wintertime, the coldest it gets is like negative 40 Celsius. So it's like a 70 degree temperature difference. 70 Celsius, which is like 100, over 100 something Fahrenheit. Actually, no. 100 Fahrenheit is 40 Celsius. Negative 40 is negative 40. So that's like, probably like, like maybe like 120 Fahrenheit difference for the Americans here. I don't know how many Americans are watching right now, but it's a bit cold. Whereas in Australia, like Australia is the complete difference. Like when I've been in Australia, like the coldest it gets in the wintertime is like plus 10 Celsius. And then the summertime it gets to like plus 50 Celsius or whatever. It's like, oh, that's unlivably hot. You know, the cold here is pretty miserable, but the heat in Australia is just, oh, it's miserable also. That's why, you know, no matter where you live, everything has its pros and cons, and you just got to make the most of it. You, chicken, sit here. Or you can sit over there. You can do that. I'm not going to stop you. How sad. What else can I do here? Hello, Soviet Katora. Oh my gosh, I just touched something wet. I don't like when I just touch something wet because I have no clue what wetness it is. I have no clue why it's wet. I have no clue if it's snow melt or chicken poop. Just have to hope it's snow. Dr. Fu, I remember all their names, but I do have leg bands for them. Like, I have 4 white leghorns. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. She's dirty. One of the girls pooped on her. It's very unfortunate. But out of the 4 leghorns, they all have colored leg bands. This one has a black leg band, so I know the white leghorn with a black leg band is named Ori. Ori, O-R-I, Ori. Hello, little Ori. The pink leg band girl there, she is Twix. The white leg band is Archie. And the green leg band is Susie. So this is Susie. Susie is filthy. Archie is really mean. Twix is just a bit weird. And Ori is one of the most chill of the leghorns I have. The MP player, I live on a slope, so I definitely could make a drainage tunnel. The problem is it would flood. I think the best thing for me if I wanted to do a pond is to do like one of those large metal bins or something. Like, because if I'm going to quiet, quiet chicken. If I'm going to be burying a bathtub or something like that in order to make it a pond for the geese, I'm not going to do something small like a bathtub. I'd probably want to do something big, like one of those like metal horse troughs or something, like the bigger ones, just because like if I were to bury like a bathtubs not only they cost a lot, I'd still have to like make pipes to drain it, you know, like make a pipe to drain it, to flush it, make the pipes large enough so that they don't get clogged. And if I'm doing all of that, you know, I'm gonna have to do something big, but I also don't have like the time or money for that at the moment. So the best I can probably do is buy like a large kiddie pool, or I can buy like an extra, like one of those, like they have these plastic barrels, so I could probably buy like a plastic barrel, but like the deepest it could probably be is maybe like a foot, like a third of a meter or something. Like it couldn't probably be that deep because I need to be able to put it on the ground where on one side it can be level and on the other side can't be. So like that is like another option, is I just get something big but flat, and then because I have like a bit of a slope that I live on, then I could put the thing like that and then just put like a drain, like a big drain in the bottom, and then refill it like every few days. But again, with the big problem with the geese is that they do make it so dirty, you'd probably want to refill it more often. So like that's the problem with making a big pond. It either needs to be big enough that you never have to clean it, or only clean it like once a month or whatever, or small enough you can clean it every single day. Ooh. Oh, she was doing something silly. Oh yeah, there you can go. Look at that. Look how beautiful. And actually, I just realized you can probably barely see that bad contrast. There you go. Better contrast. Look at those beautiful tail feathers and wing feathers. I love when they groom themselves like that, where they just puff up and it's like, they look so stereotypically chicken-like. Also, Ori is my nicest looking of the leghorns. For some reason, she's really nice. All her feathers are proper. She's really clean. Whereas a lot of the chickens, like you can see that chicken down there, they have like a little bald spot on their head. Or like this one here, who also, again, has the bald spot on the back of their head for some reason and is like very dirty. Ori is clean. I like Ori. Erica, you built steps so they can get in and out of the bathtubs and keep it plugged. You just pull it out when you need to drain and refill it. Yeah, that probably works. I think that's probably a good idea. How will Susie get clean? The chickens dust bathe. So that's the thing they do. It's warming up a little bit now. It's still not super warm, but it's warming up enough that hopefully the chickens will be able to get outside and clean themselves up properly. Because what they do is they go into a bunch of like dirt underground, just sit in the dirt and shake around in it, and the dirt helps clean them. So it's not a clean thing. She won't get clean fast, but she'll get clean eventually. Don't go into that nest box. There's already somebody in there. Who's in there? Oh yeah, it's that one, yeah. There's a chicken in there already. Don't, just leave him alone. There's a free nest box over there. She doesn't want to go in that one though. She wants to be a menace and cause problems. Dang chicken. Oh yeah, Soviet Katora. Yeah, Ori is a very good chicken. Ori, as far as the leghorns go, Ori is one of my favorites just because she has the biggest comb. Yeah, she is the biggest comb out of all my leghorns. Can I stick that up? She is a massive comb, like a rooster-sized comb, really big, but she's also one of the like friendliest, and she's just really pretty in general. Like I like all my chickens mostly because of their personalities, the ones who are friendly or weird or, you know, silly, but also if they look nice, if they're big and fluffy, that definitely helps. Like little Speckles down here is really well feathered. She's really really nice looking. Sushi back there is really well feathered. And then there's, I'm going to have to turn the camera around. I can't have it hold it that way. And then there's, not you, get out of here. Peanut right there. Little tiny Peanut, my smallest and my best hen with the tiny feathery feet. She is really special. And then obviously there's a Peacock. He gets bonus points for being really beautiful. Obviously like being, you know, the chickens, you know, Peanut, she's cute. The Peacock, that's beautiful. Very, very few of my birds I describe as beautiful, but he's shiny, he's iridescent. He has those green tail feathers, big green tail feathers. He's awesome. But yeah, oh, Coop. Oops, I just turned my phone sideways and it nearly ended the stream. Chicken donut. Look at that, the chicken's just curling up. Yep, they're sort of tying themselves into a knot. Like if you've ever seen those, is Gaelic knots the ones? I don't know, I'm thinking of like the Ouroboros knot, where you have like the snake who like knots itself up and eats its own tail or whatever, like, not the metaphorical, not like the Ouroboros is in like the cannibalism one, but like the Ouroboros is just like the knot. My goodness. What are you doing up there? Oh, and then here's one of the ones that I was talking about how they're like a little bit less nice looking, like those tail feathers. Look how this girl, how her tail feathers are really raggedy, and her tail feathers up there are absolutely beautiful. Anyways, I've been streaming for probably over an hour, I think, or like 40 minutes on this one, half an hour on the last one, so I've been streaming for over an hour. I have other, oh my goodness, the chickens keep stacking up. I was just about to get ready to leave. Look at that. Chicken up there, chicken down there. Why are you stacking chickens? There's an empty nest box. 2 empty nest boxes. There's 2 empty nest boxes, and they still say, "Oh, you get out of there, filthy chicken, disgusting." What are you doing? Are you attacking? Are you being mean in there? Are you pecking on each other? If I made a, oh no, it's just stomping on her accidentally. Yeah, I made a community post about this, sharing it. If you have chickens who are at 2 different positions in the pecking order, one more dominant, one less dominant, the more dominant one will kick the less dominant one out of the nest box. But if you have 2 chickens who are at a really similar position on the pecking order, they'll just coexist. Like these 2 chickens, neither of them are particularly dominant. Like they're both the same age. Older chickens are automatically more dominant than younger chickens, unless like otherwise proven by like, you know, them like having a dispute. So because they're 2 chickens of the same age who are relatively calm, they're just sort of relaxing together. And it's like so cute. It's like, it's just so silly when they just sort of sit there. The bottom chicken there, just, you can tell she doesn't care. She just, you know, it's like a 9-to-5 job. She's clocking in. She's going to put in her work, lay her egg, and then she's out of here. And this girl who's just stomping on her head is just like not getting the message. She could just sit down and give up, but she doesn't want to. She wants to keep doing it. What's your band? I want to see what your band is. Orange. Ah, this is Bridget. Bridget loves scooping eggs. You. I need an egg. Give me an egg. There's no eggs. Eggs. Egg. Bridget loves eggs. She really loves eggs. So here's an egg. Look at that. Oh no. No, she's trying to scoop it. And then the barred rock started pecking at it. Oh, that's so sad. Egg. Come on, Bridget. Scoop the egg. Oh, come on. You gonna do it? You can do it. You're the best scooper I know. No, actually, Peanut's best scooper I know. You're a good scooper as well. You're a good 2nd place. Yay, she's scooping it. Oh, she can't scoop it very much because there's a chicken underneath her. The other chicken kind of gets in the way of the scooping. Yep, 2 chickens in a box. And they just sort of have an uneasy alliance, a passive coexistence. Dear. Hello, Corn. Yes, I am still streaming because my last stream died, so I started a new one, and I went out because it was warm enough today that I went out and spent a bunch of time out with the geese, watering them, giving them a little bit of corn. It was good fun. What else is being here? Oh, my goodness. Dang chickens making weird noises. I need a chicken in the background. Oh, you're gross. I'm gonna put my face in front of you to hide you. Not because you're a bad chicken, you're just kind of gross. Gross looking now, you'll get better. Erica Lee, you said you love the Leghorns, big combs. You had 2 of them. One passed away last week, but you still love one of the other ones. Yeah, Leghorns are beautiful birds. I'm sorry for your loss, but hopefully your other Leghorn stays healthy. What else is here? I saw someone else ask a question. Sylvia Cador, you have a rooster is angry named KT. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it's not too aggressive. Hopefully it's not too problematic. Oh, hello, Speckles. Speckles, look at Speckles. Look how she's like a perfect chicken body plan. Okay, she's showing her butt. Most of the chickens are fully feathered, but there was a time when they kept plucking out each other's butt feathers. And as a result of that, once they molt and regrew their new feathers, some of them regrew all their butt feathers. Some of them malted and then got their butt feathers pecked at again. So some of them have bare butts, and it's very unfortunate, and there's not really anything I can do about that other than wait a full year for them to regrow them again, which is, you know, it is what it is. Rudra, after your exam, you're gonna get a chicken. Good luck with your chickens. Yes, Dr. Fu, the egg scooper. Egg scooper, you hardly know her. She has not been in very many videos. Egg scooper. How many eggs you got? I want you to see you scoop another egg. I'm gonna put that there. This is your final test, Bridget. An egg behind a piece of cloth. You're gonna have to scoop it over the cloth. Can you do it? Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Scooped it over. Not a care in the world. And she's also bigger. I think she's probably, oh yeah, you can see that. She's giving a tiny little pecks to the other hen there. So she must be probably a little more dominant than the other hen. I'm sorry, I can't see in there. I can't really see. Oh, actually, I can go look through the gap here. not really a very good viewing experience. But yeah, she might be slightly more dominant. Yeah, she's just doing her thing. Erica Lee, you love the live and they absolutely make your day. I'm happy I can do that for you. Also, I'm going to say is my next live is tomorrow, and that will be my last live for a little bit because I'm going on a trip. So my next live won't be for probably not this coming Saturday, Sunday, but it'll be like the following Saturday, Sunday after that. So it'll be a little while until my next lives, but there is one tomorrow. Oh, goodbye, Corn. Have a good one, man. And yeah. I was gonna end my stream a little bit ago, and then the two hens jumped in the box together, and it was cute. Oh my goodness! Wow, this chicken is so bald, so bald. Look at that bald. I can barely see the baldness. Look at that. My goodness, bald and all stained in orange. Ooh. Yeah, a very, very unfortunate, poor girl. But then you have ones like Blackie down there who are just perfectly feathered, and Peanut, who is perfectly feathered, and Sushi, who is mostly perfectly feathered, except her neck is bald, but that's a genetic thing that's not like from losing feathers. And then there's Indy there, who has never been bald. He's always been fully feathered because he's strong enough that if a chicken pecks at him, he turns around, pecks him in the face, and then they leave him alone after that, which is really good. But yeah, I'm going to Rudervad, what to feed them. If you only have a few chickens, if you're new to getting chickens, if you're buying your chickens for the first time, always get at least 2 chickens. Never get 1 chicken. If you get 1 chicken, you'll have a very, very sad chicken, and it will not be very happy, and it's going to be more likely to die. Always get at least 2 chickens. I recommend if you're a starter flock, 3 or 4 chickens. 3, 4, or 5 chickens. That's a really good amount to start with if you're just new to having chickens. And in order to take care of your chickens, you need a shelter, you need a house for them to live, bedding on the ground, you need food for them to eat, and water for them to drink. Water is just any sort of water you can have in a dog bowl or whatever. Just make sure they always have access to water. And then for food, the easiest thing to do is look at your local animal supply store and just buy a bag of pre-made chicken feed. That is the best way to guarantee your chickens are going to be healthy and safe. The problem is if you can't get proper feed for them, they're going to be malnourished. And because chickens lay eggs every single day, if they don't get enough food, they're going to be unhealthy, and then they could end up dying from results from that. So you got to make sure to buy them. Best thing is pre-bought chicken food. If you can't buy pre-made chicken food from your animal supply store, the other option, let me just crack this open. Okay, can't. Yeah, there we go. The other option is you can feed them. This here is a mixture between whole grains, which is wheat. You need wheat for the protein, because wheat has a little bit of protein, and chickens don't need much protein, but they just need, wheat gives them enough protein. Oyster shells for the calcium. They really need oyster shells or any other calcium-containing thing for the calcium for their eggshells. And then the third thing is other mixed nutrients. So you can buy a concentrated feed, mix them with grain. If you live somewhere where you have a large amount of grain, you can feed your chickens barley, wheat, rye, corn, peas, soy, rice, any sort of grain for the majority of their calories. Then mix in all your table scraps at home. So if you eat food and you have extra food you don't eat, feed that to your chickens. If you cut up carrots and you have carrot peels and carrot tops, feed that to your chickens. Feed all your table scraps to the chickens, give them a bunch of grain, and then give them calcium as oyster shells or some other form of calcium. And that is also another way you can feed your chickens. Just make sure you're giving them proper food, because if you don't feed them a proper diet, they will not be healthy. Trying to sit down again. It's hard to sit down because the chickens like to poop on the roofs, and when they poop on the roofs, it's kind of hard to try to sit down because I just have to sort of try to make sure I don't get. Don't. I can see she was wanting to peck me in the face. Sabrina. First time you got chickens, you ended up getting 30, you ended up with barnyard mixed with 17 roosters. Oh my. Oh, that's crazy. That's a lot of work to deal with those. Yeah, the first time I ever got chickens, I got 12 of them. 11 of the 12 turned out to be roosters. Wow, that's unfortunate luck. Because I got them, from a friend who hatches out chickens. A friend got me a bunch of chickens, and I raised them, and, it was oh no, that was very unfortunate. And, the friend wasn't even doing, sometimes if you buy from really bad people, they could give you roosters intentionally just to get rid of their extra roosters. My friend didn't do that. They just hatched out a bunch of chickens. I just got really, really bad odds. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it's kind of funny. I got a bunch of roosters, so I had to find somebody to take all my roosters, and I kept one of them. I kept one rooster, which was Houdini right here. He's the rooster I kept because he was a nice sized rooster. You don't want a rooster too big or he'll hurt your tiny hens. So you want a nice sized rooster who has a nice temperament and is friendly to people. That's the most important thing. You need a rooster that's good around people, because if your rooster attacks you, then you don't, like, who wants a rooster that attacks you? That's awful. You also need a defensive rooster who can keep your chickens safe. How many roosters do I have? I just have the one rooster. But yeah, anyways, I've been streaming for 50 minutes now. Dang, when I came in here, it was 40 minutes. I've been streaming for 50 minutes now. My throat is getting sore from all this talking, so I am going to be signing off now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've been watching so far and have been enjoying, please do subscribe. I do these streams every so often. My next stream will be tomorrow at not the same time as this stream, actually. I have work in the morning, so it will be probably like a little bit later than this one. Maybe probably my tomorrow's stream will start at the time that I'm ending this one. I think that's probably when it'll happen, like roughly around that time. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna be signing up. But yeah, please do subscribe. My next stream is tomorrow. Love to see you all there. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you again later. Goodbye, Sylvia Katora, Ruder Vec, Sabrina Douglas, Erica Lee, MP Player. Who else was here? I just like to say goodbye to everyone. Corn already left. Dr. Fu was here earlier, and I think they might have left. I don't know. I'd have no. Hen jumped into the box. They love to do that. They love to flap past me, slap their wings in my face. Little things. Rudervec, I don't know how much they cost because it depends everywhere you live. If you live somewhere different to where I live, it'll be completely different thing. Erica Lee, Speckles, I don't know her breed. She is I think she's a speckled Sussex or something like that. Her name is Speckles because she is a speckled breed. Just search for speckled Sussex or, Colombian Rock was the other one. Colombian Rock was the other breed. Yeah, Rudervec, I have no clue how much they'd cost in India. Anyways, I have to go now. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you again real soon.